Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears taking on Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend. When you do that, you're not going to lose very many games, maybe not any games.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
We talk so much about how coaches script things, especially on offense, to start a season, to start a game, whatever it is. Could they have scripted a better start in terms of playing? Offensive player of the week in the NFC, and his team won their season opener.
Absolutely. Perfect start to the year, but all the talk was, hey, that was week 1. Now we got to move forward.
Let's do it again in week 2. That's what he's told his teammates.
Off play action, Fields. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this throw will be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 35.
Now, that's the kind of run that fires up an entire team. Tackled at the 2-yard line. For the defensive guys, a little bit of a sigh of relief, though, that they stopped him short of the goal line. Now they got to figure out.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Allen Lazard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles, on just 2 plays, have taken the lead. That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with the touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage. Probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
Yeah, he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. One play action. Fields.
Flush to his right. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at the 20.
Throwing is Hurts.
That's complete to Lazard. That catch good for only a couple.
This defense for the Bears, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week, that great creativity and usual productivity.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
This defense for the Bears, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here comes Cohen. Oh, spinning away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bears take over.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The numbers for Sanders last week, 19 carries, 61 yards. From the 17, Hurts.
How about we shine a little spotlight on the offensive line? Those big guys up front are creating nice space, nice gaps for them to run through. I think he's going to go for over 100 yards in this game.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor.
And he lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there
because
raining.
Warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. Now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Eric Wilson gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Robinson's got it. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they score in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On 2nd and 9, Hurts. That swung out wide to Sanders. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
2nd and 11 now. Here's Hurts to throw.
The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go down as a loss of 5. And it brings up 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts out to his left.
Ask any pass rusher, and they'll tell you any quarterback who lines up every time and goes straight back in the pocket, that's who they want. But when they have to deal with a Jalen Hurts who may come at them from any angle and can get outside of the pocket and run, that's a nightmare for anybody who has to rush the quarterback. And I love Jalen Hurts' athletic ability. Almost a 4.6 runner. This guy can get outside the pocket and make plays with his legs as well as his arm.
From the gun, it's Hurts. This ball complete to Rager. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year, and the Eagles have taken the lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, but he opted for the touchback.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff to Fournette. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Now it's Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
To throw is Fields.
Touchdown! It's complete.
Darnell Mooney.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And quickly finding Rager. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Brunell Nichols.
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
On the return is Cohen. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And that will come the offense as they take over. But the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He'll buy some time right. And that's caught inside the 35. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Fields. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears have broken the tie. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now back to work for Miles Sanders and the Philly offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Hurts. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, You can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance if they want to be...
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before the break. Fields eluding the pressure right. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
Throw left side, complete. That's Sanders. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Rolling to his right. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Hurts throw here pulled in by Lazard. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. Give them 18 on the play.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
68 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the first and goal.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, they weren't messing around. First and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, first down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it 6 points on the board. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Flushed out right. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 30 yards. A quick throw, but incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields, flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Fields throwing again. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bears have broken the tie.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Santos with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 74 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Being chased out left. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They'll drop to throw.
Open right side, complete to Rager.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Back to throw here. Buying time to his left.
And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the 1st down.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up a throw.
This is Lazard with a catch out left.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing. They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now back to throw. Eluding, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Akeem Hicks. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. The Eagles on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll look to throw. Sanders has it over the middle. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So you got to work on getting 1st downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
So that'll back them up 5.
Fields now to throw.
Flushed out right. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And all the way down to the 37.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his 1st, and it's 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Throwing again is Fields.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Darnell Mooney, the target there.
But now it's 3rd and goal.
Here's Fields.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Hurts and the Eagles now
down by 2 touchdowns. 1:52 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
It's complete. Lazard.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Throwing is Hurts.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 34. It wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Fields. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Second and 10.
Fields eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Now Fields. Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Bears are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants him to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions, and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
On first down, Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Here's Hurts to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Set back at the 5-yard line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. 2nd down and goal. Hurts. And this is caught in the end zone by Jalen Reagor. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Reagor, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Bears, Bears, and it appears they're going to win this game. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And this is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
That was tight right there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll drop to 0-2.
And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.